and use his body as a screen as Turner trying to block that shot. So savvy, so smart. Could have been called for a foul right there, maybe a three-point play opportunity at the free throw line, but Curry, the sign of his greatness, guys, has struggled offensively. Hasn't been the normal Curry we've seen, but stepping up big down the stretch when his team needs him the most. And how about the defense? Right now, Golden State, the last few possessions, able to clamp down, secure the rebound, and give their team a chance on the offensive end. And look at that. Look how close they are. Oh.
Steph's date with history, the moment. Could it be tonight? Will it be tomorrow in Madison Square Garden? 26 points for Curry. They actually put a second back on the clock. 48.5 left in regulation. As everyone catches their breath here in Indy.
I mean, I say we just go to overtime. Just both teams playing great ball, and it gives Steph more of a chance to break the record with extra minutes.
Granted,
I normally don't ask
that's
for
the best
overtime
idea you've ever had
as a broadcaster, but tonight I will.
Oh, with this kind of entertainment, I think all these fans would sign up for that in a heartbeat. Indiana basketball. Brogdon over the timeline. 40 seconds left. Here comes Brogdon. Contact, the shot, no. And Golden State with a chance to retake the lead. And all eyes on Steph Curry. Curry probing. Turner comes to double. Back to Steph. The three. Too much. Knocked around. That's Looney putting it up and in. Hannity hit that shot. Golden State back in front. Kevon Looney with his prayer. Two-run to retake the lead. Kevon Looney, again, a guy who averages less than 6 points per game, has 14 tonight, 7 of 10 from the field. And now what does Lloyd Pierce dial up? Their offense has gone cold, Grant. Just one basket for Indiana over the last 4 minutes and 13 seconds.
Well, you give credit to the Warriors. Their defense has been stifling, but I think Brogdon and Sabonis, either in high screen and roll or side screen and roll, has given problems to this Warriors team all night. I think you got to put the ball in Brogdon's hand, let him get to the paint, 3D.
You're right on point, Grant. I had my head in the huddle. Brogdon's taking it out, looking for either Turner or Sabonis high and get it back and come off that high pick and roll to your point, Grant. Dribble handoff.
Dennis all over it as always. Let's see where they go here. What does Brogdon dial up? 13.4 left. The Pacers' 3-game winning streak on the line against the #2 team in the NBA. Brogdon to LeVert, and here we go. Brogdon, now to LeVert, shadowed by Payton, 5 seconds, LeVert loses his footing and turns it over.
And right there, tremendous defense. Obviously, Gary Payton II, but Draymond Green did a good job helping, forcing LeVert to go to his left. He loses the ball right there in that situation, but supreme defense, switching, communicating. And from that angle, we couldn't see it, but as LeVert was isolating, Draymond comes over to help, and that little help right there, just being there, forced LeVert to go the other way and loses control. Great play defensively by Gary Payton II, And once again, Draymond Green being there in a help position, supporting his teammate.
All eyes have been on Steph Curry tonight. It has been a struggle, but he has caught fire as the night has gone on. Some big ones down the stretch. 26 points, 5 of 15 from deep.
Man, that's impressive. I mean, it's one thing when you got it going, but when you're not in your rhythm, you're not in your groove, and you still find a way to be an important piece to your team, finding your shot, that's the sign of greatness. Steph Curry on display here, particularly in this fourth quarter.
Another reminder, the Warriors go to New York City from here. They'll take on the Knicks at the Garden tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I think, first of all, I mean, 2 seconds left. Just get it into Steph. He should shoot a 3 anyway. Just tie it going into the Garden. Why not?
Brian Anderson, Reggie Miller, Allie LaForce will have the call at the Garden tomorrow night. We will be watching. But just to get back, you talked about Draymond Green and the defense. That is the underrated part, Grant, of how good this Golden State team is. Number 1 in the league in scoring defense and field goal percentage defense. One of the reasons why they really feel like this could be a potential championship season for Golden State. Draymond Green will be the inbounder. Both teams are in the bonus. Turner will defend. Grant, what are you trying to do here if you're Indiana?
You gotta try to get a steal or a foul right away.
Unable to get it in. They've got to burn a timeout.
Actually, great defense right there. Indiana did a fantastic job. Steve Kerr tried to remove 2 of his players from the play, make it 3-on-3. Turner on the ball, and the switching defensively for the guards of Indiana, forcing a timeout by the Warriors.
So Steve Kerr taking his final timeout, so they must inbound the basketball here. Lloyd Pierce is also out of timeouts. And that obviously looms large with just 2.2 seconds left. And Golden State nursing a 2-point lead. See Andre Iguodala animated in that timeout huddle.
And this is a big win opportunity here for Golden State. On the ropes, on the road, not playing great offense. Indiana having their way, but getting the stops, as you talked about, Spiro, the last 4 or 5 possessions defensively, giving themselves a chance. They might walk out of here stealing the game against this great Pacer team that's playing great basketball. And when I played later in my career, I took the ball out in these situations. It was always nerve-wracking because you had to get the ball to Steve Nash. And right here, I would imagine getting the ball to Steph Curry would be what they want.
Pacers obviously, if they can't get the steal, want to get the foul as quickly as possible. Both teams in the bonus, 2.2 on the clock. And the other thing to keep in mind, only 2 officials if you've just joined us, Michael Smith and Jenna Renault.
Be extra physical if you're Indiana.
Draymond, the inbound, gives it away. And Malcolm Brogdon will not get the shot off. They actually called a traveling violation. And I don't believe the officials are going to put any time back on the clock. And it is all over here in Indianapolis. The Golden State Warriors win it 102-100. So Steph Curry comes up a little bit short in terms of history. But Golden State gets his 22nd win of the season.
Well, if you can't do it tonight for us and the people at home, then what place better than on Broadway? Reggie Miller on the call. Spike will be in the building. Oh, man, I know what I'll be doing and what I'll be watching tomorrow night, Spiro.
So many historic nights in that building. And Steph could be etching his name into Garden lore less than 24 hours from now. Dennis getting in position. He will join Steph here in just a second as the final pleasantries are exchanged as Indiana sees its 3-game winning streak come to an end here in Indy. And we throw it over to 3D.
All right, thanks, guys. Steph, we talked about it a little bit in shoot around today. You didn't get it, but let's take me through how you guys finished out tonight.
It's just a grinded out type game. They've been on a good run, winning streak at home. They play physical basketball. We had some kind of lapses in the first half in terms of taking care of the ball, offensive rebounds and fouls, but competitive spirit. Draymond, Loon down the stretch got enough stops. Thankfully, I hit a couple shots, but it was just a grinded out type of win. We obviously needed it to get back on track on this road trip.
We know Indiana plays tough defense at home. Was something talked about at halftime that y'all was turning the ball over too much and you tightened it up in the second half?
It's reminding ourselves of our identity as a basketball team. Let's be honest. There's a lot of hype around this record, and sometimes that just gets everybody rushing, playing out of your skin a little bit. We had to remind ourselves how we create offense, how we play. We did a great job of that coming out in the beginning of the third quarter to make it a game and give ourselves a chance. You had to do that on the road. And from there, we just made enough plays down the stretch to get a win.
You're going to New York. We know the meccas of basketball. You only need a couple now. Take me through the process tonight on your plane ride to New York. What's on your mind?
I'm just blessed, man. I know how much work's gone into this. And like I said, it'll happen when it happens. But just happy to play the game that I love, play it at a high level. Respect all the great shooters that have come through the league, yourself included. And, just enjoy the moment because it's been a long time coming in terms of something that I've been keen on for a while.
Shoot or shoot, baby. Keep letting it fly.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Steph Curry, a couple away.
All right, Dennis, look at Steph paying homage to 3D. I love it.
As he should.
As he should indeed. 26 for Curry. Comes up a little bit short in terms of the record. But he approaches his date with history as he and his Golden State Warriors will get on a plane and now head to New York City to take on the Knicks tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. Grant, this was fun.
It was fun. It was a blast.
We'll do it again next week. What a night here in Indianapolis as the Golden State Warriors outlast the Indiana Pacers.